Hello and welcome to this News9 special. Siddaramaiah, just ahead of the election, has made a very controversial statement, and this has in fact resulted in probably a backlash from the Lingayat community. What did Siddaramaiah say? Well, he said that the root of all corruption is the Lingayat chief minister. There were reactions coming to it, and now an organization claiming to represent the Lingayats has asked for an apology. The Veerashaiva Lingayat Sanghatana Vedike has warned former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah over the remark he made about the Lingayat community and sought an apology from him. The Vedike threatened to stage a protest against the Congress leader if he does not apologize over his remark, where he mentioned that Lingayat CM was the root of all the corruption in Karnataka. He made the statement in reply to a question from a reporter about the BJP supporting the demand for the next Chief Minister to be a Lingayat. Meanwhile, Siddaramaiah has also responded to it. Let's listen into what Siddaramaiah had to say.
Lingayatre chief minister idaralla avare ella ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ರಾಜ್ಯನ.
That was in fact Siddaramaiah making those statements, saying that the entire corruption was rooted in the Lingayat chief minister. Well, in an interview to a media house, he did go ahead and clarify that statement. Let's listen into that clarification.
I did not say that Lingayat community is corrupt. What I said was, in Lingayat community, the Lingappa was there, Kanti was there, and Virendra Patil was there, J.S. Patel was there. They were all honest people. But Basuraj Bommai is a corrupt man. He's a corrupt chief minister. That is what I said. And they have twisted my statement.
But why did you use the word Lingayat? You could have said Basuraj Bommai.
No. I didn't say Lingayat. Basuraj Bommai only I have mentioned, only Basuraj Bommai. Basuraj Bommai is a most corrupt chief minister. That is what I said. Earlier, there were chief ministers from Lingayat community. They were all honest. And Virendra Patil was a good administrator. Nilingappa was an honest man. Kanti was an honest man. And J.S. Patel was a very witty man and honest also.
Well, interesting enough, according to some calculations on the population in Siddaramaiah's constituency, it is believed that there are over 70,000 Lingayat voters in the constituency of Varuna alone. So this seems to be quite an incident that has happened, and looks like firefighting is on the ground. Now, to discuss more about this in the studio, we have Brijesh Pandey, political editor with News9. Brijesh, just ahead of the elections, a slip of the tongue phenomenon or foot in the mouth kind of a situation, but this has technically put the Congress on the back foot, because all of a sudden the community that you've been trying to woo, with Jagdish Shettar also coming in, you have made them vilified.
Well, I wouldn't call it slip of tongue. I would call it the foot in the mouth disease, which many Congress leaders suffer from, because you are not talking of a rookie politician. We are talking of a politician who's been chief minister. We are talking of a person who is one of the tallest Congress leader as far as the state of Karnataka is concerned. And I think, the Congress has made several such gaffes, prelude to important elections where, as the famous yesteryear's colloquial, this thing goes that, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That kind of line, it's here. I mean, this is a completely avoidable statement. Because the fact is that yes, BJP is not getting the entire Lingayat equation right. Jagdish Shettar switching side is considered to be as a blow to the BJP. And in middle of all this, you come up with a statement, and it will be very interesting to know from our colleagues, Bhaskar and others, as to how big this particular organization is. Which has issued this particular statement. But in the run-up to such an important election, such a crucial election for the existence of the Congress party, I think this is one gaffe, this is one statement which should be avoided at all costs.
In fact, Bhaskar Hegde and Mahesh Chitnis also joins us. Let me come first to Bhaskar Hegde, who is editor for TV9 Kannada Digital. Bhaskar Hegde, is there any relevance from this particular statement coming in from this Sanghatana or Vedike? How powerful is this Sanghatana, and is it something that the Congress should be concerned about?
Yeah, Varghese, I think what Vijay said is very apt in this particular moment. You see, if you see this small history of this particularly Siddaramaiah, when CM, he proposed the religion status to Lingayats, which created a major controversy before 2018 elections, which resulting in Siddaramaiah losing the election. So since then, Veerashaiva Lingayats have some kind of trust deficit with Siddaramaiah and what we call Congress Party also. So in this context, this particular statement that the Lingayat Chief Minister is first while addressing Veerashaiva Bommai has not gone down very well with the community, even though the organization might not be a very big organization. But it looks like the community and people, ordinary people from the community, seems to have taken very seriously. And I think it's shooting in the foot. I think he has a shot in his foot. It might create some kind of problem for Congress.
Well, interestingly enough, you were saying shooting in the foot, but how come a person like Siddaramaiah, who has known politics, who's been in the thick and thin of politics, makes such a statement? I mean, just as Brijesh was saying, you're trying to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. If you can pun it, the original saying, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
Absolutely. If you see the many people surveys, Congress is slightly ahead of BJP, and any move of disrespecting the big communities and these kind of moves will certainly put Congress on the back foot. Number one. Number two, as far as your question is concerned, it is not new for Siddaramaiah now. Even in 2018 election, Siddaramaiah has kept on attacking Devegowda's family, and as a result, Congress almost drew blank in south part of Karnataka, where Vakaligas dominate the landscape, electoral landscape. This is the kind of trait that Siddaramaiah shows during election. He keeps attacking the Modi, going beyond, crossing the line. And of course, first time, he attacked Lingayats also. I think this is not the first time that Siddaramaiah has indulged this kind of trait.
Well, Bhaskar Hegde, stay with us. Before I go to Mahesh Chitnis, let us in fact listen to how Bommai reacted to this controversy when he was pointed at, and at the same time when the Lingayat community was also addressed in that controversial statement. Let's listen into what Chief Minister Bommai had to say on this.
ಇಡೀ ಸಮುದಾಯವನ್ನೇ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು ಬಹಳ ನೋವಿನ ಸಂಗತಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋವುಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ.
Well, that was in fact Bommai going ahead and saying that this reflects the Congress culture. Mahesh Chitnis also joins us. Mahesh, how much of an impact the statement will have among the Lingayats, and especially in the north, where they are fighting a straight-head battle with the BJP, and of course there are a lot of changes that have happened with Shettar as well as Savadi moving out. And when you have something kind of an advantage, you tend to, in fact, make it into a disadvantage. So this controversy, how much do you think will affect in Congress in North Karnataka?
Obviously, in a battle of perception, definitely it's a setback for Congress, especially when the opposition party is trying to push its narrative of BJP allegedly sidelining the Lingayat leaders. See, if we just point out, some of the stats we have here, in 2018, only 16 Congress candidates belonging to Lingayat religion had won elections in Kittur, Karnataka region, where around 51 seats at stake. BJP had won 30 out of 51 seats. That's more than 50%. Followed by Congress at just 70. So, and this time around, BJP has given tickets to Lingayat religion at 68 tickets. That's the maximum number the party has given, followed by Vakaligas at 42. Congress has given 51 tickets to Lingayats. So, definitely, it is very important for Congress to, break the barrier of BJP and Lingayat alliance to get a simple majority. When everything was going right for them, especially after Shettar and Lakshman Saudi switching sides, I think this is seen as a huge setback for the Congress party. Especially when BJP is on one hand is firefighting the to get to give a confidence to the community, saying that they are still with us and nothing has changed except a couple of candidates. So I think it will be very interesting to see how the the Lingayat community will look at it. But currently, what we are seeing is BJP is completely taking on Siddaramaiah and targeting Siddaramaiah over his Lingayat's remark currently over this.
Well, Arjunas, thank you for making that statement. Stay with us. We have Brijesh here. Brijesh, now there is a historical memory from 1918s onwards. That is Virendra Patil being unceremoniously thrown out. Now with the community who's keeping that long sense of history with them and that long sense of a historical insult from the Congress, you have only just tried to create that outreach, and now you have created another kind of thorn in their minds. So it looks like the Lingayats are getting the message that the Congress just doesn't want us.
There are two answers to this question. Answer number one is that this is completely avoidable. You don't do this. Whenever you are approaching an election which is very, very important and very crucial for the very existence of your party. If you lose Karnataka or not able to form government in Karnataka, within 6 months your existence will be only one state, which will be Himachal. If you're not able to retain Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, chances of which is pretty, the odds are pretty high against you. The point is that why would you want to do it? That is a critical question. You may say 50 things about how I meant this, and the Congress has the BJP has misconstrued our remark, is trying to give a spin to the remark. I mean, this is what opposition parties are. If the BJP is not going to do it, then who is going to do that for you? And BJP as a party has already been raising the name of Mr. Patil and saying that that this is a perfect example of how the BJP has the Congress has treated Lingayats. In middle of what you have for the first time a kind of Lingayat narrative working for you. I'm not saying that the Lingayats are going to vote overwhelmingly for the Congress party and all, but a kind of narrative
at
is
least
being
the section was thinking about it.
Thinking about it, and at least nobody is criticizing you in public. And with the help of Shettar and others, it looked like that they could spin the narrative. And in the middle of a statement, you making middle of that election, you make a statement like this. I don't think it is politically prudent. And a BJP as a party which is desperately looking for an issue to corner the Congress party. You are literally giving them the ammo which they so badly required. And from the kind of disrespect to Mr. Patil to this particular statement which has been made by Siddaramaiah, the BJP will exploit it to the maximum. And I think the Congress party, if it is serious about winning this election, should give a diktat to its top leaders is to make or to completely avoid making these kind of statements. Because later on you can try to give it 500 explanations that I meant this and the BJP is saying this, and somehow they've twisted my statement. I'm sorry to say that twisted of statement and that misconstrued statement will cost you your election.
Well, Bhaskar Hegde, the question is to you now. The damage has already been done. Am I reading it too early, or is it actually that the damage has been done?
Yes, I think you're right. We could see, looks like damage has been done. Considering the historical facts that you yourself mentioned some time back, I think Lingayats has an issue with Congress party, and more particularly Siddaramaiah. And because he himself trying to champion, to be, emerge as a champion of OBCs and minorities and Dalits. And in the process, he dumped Vakaligas and Lingayats ahead of 2013 election. So, okay, that is the first thing, where he sent a kind of message to these two big communities, the dominant communities, that I don't want your votes, and no matter what you do, I'll form the government. But after 2018, so in the run up to 2018, this Lingayat religion issue came up and party had to lose it. And of course, 2023, it's almost like a repeat of 2018, that he's again targeting Lingayats, and it may cost the election possibly, because if you see, one thing that Congress has done is immediately Congress has swung into action, and day before yesterday when this Basava Jayanti function was held, in the presence of Rahul Gandhi, it's for the first time that I think, if I'm right, that Siddaramaiah, even though he was on the dais, he was not allowed to speak. He was not given a chance to speak. So that clearly shows Congress is slightly on the back foot, and they're trying to do some kind of damage control. And I don't know whether this damage control is enough to send a message to the Lingayat community.
Well, Bhaskar Hegde, can you also explain to us, like in 2018, there was an attempt to split the community and to having it as a separate religion. You had the Veerashaivas and the Veerashaiva Lingayats, I mean those who consider them as Lingayats, all of them having a different kind of a take on it. And then we saw MB Patil, the person who was actually spearheading that kind of a split in the community. That did not work out because it was seen as again an attack on the Lingayat community. These fears still remain in the community, isn't it? That there is a possibility that there could be a force to drive a wedge in the community, because the only party that will benefit if there is a huge wedge in the Lingayat community is, of course, the Congress.
Absolutely, what you said is right. Just to add one more point here, which is very pertinent here. See, one is this Siddaramaiah gaffe that about making us Lingayat chief minister issue. To add to it is again this reservation issue. In fact, last evening also, Union Home Minister Amit Shah challenged the Congress to come out with a kind of alternative to the reservation matrix that approved by the this BJP government, under which Lingayats and Wakaligas got a kind of hike in the reservation. So Amit Shah asked Congress straight away that, are you going to reduce the quantum of reservation given to Lingayats and Wakaligas? Are you going to withdraw from Lingayats and give it to Muslims? Can we clear? So if this message is a very, very clear and heavily loaded message by Amit Shah, and along with this Siddaramaiah statement, if Congress fails to give some kind of convincing reply on the reservation issue also, I think Congress may be on the back foot.
Well, Bhaskar Hegde, hold on to your thoughts. Let's listen into what Shettar had in fact spoken about when this controversy had broken out. Let's listen into that.
It is his comment is only connect to present CM Bommai, not in all Lingayat CMs not corrupt. He has not at all commented other CMs. Only his comment is limited to present CM Bommai.
Well, that was Jagdish Shettar, the new entrant into the Congress. And let me get Brijesh into this. Jagdish Shettar had just moved into the Congress, and now it seems the task is in his hand. Pacify the Lingayats at any cost.
Well, pacify the Lingayats at any cost, and the biggest challenge for Jagdish Shettar will be to win and win big from his constituency, and also to ensure.
So he's got a personal challenge.
He has got a personal challenge. More than the challenge has nothing to do with Congress party. He has a personal challenge, and he has a personal challenge to prove to the top leadership of the BJP that axing him was a big mistake as far as the politics of Karnataka is concerned. So his challenge would be, first one, to win and win big. Second would be to ensure that Lingayat community in and around the area where he is, to ensure that they also have a change of heart and they also vote for the Congress party, because if he does the damage for the BJP, that then he will be in a position to say to the BJP that and contrary to the statement which is being made by Home Minister Amit Shah in his rally yesterday, that Jagdish Shettar is going to lose. So it's now a personal challenge for Shettar, and I think yes, his task has definitely increased given the kind of statement which has been made by Siddaramaiah, and with the statement which we just heard, it shows that the firefighting has already begun, where they're trying to isolate Bommai from rest of the Lingayat community, saying that this was only aimed at Bommai and nobody else, and the BJP is merely trying to foment trouble or create a misconception when none exists. This would be the strategy of Shettar as well as the Congress party.
Well, Mahesh, what do you think? Is Shettar enough to fight this firefighting, or you require a bigger kind of an effort on the part of the Congress to firefight this controversy that is hitting them right now?
Since Shettar joined Congress, he has been addressing a couple of rallies. If you hear his speeches during his rallies, it seems like he's still not over the denial of ticket issue. He's just trying to convince the public that whatever decision I have taken, it's right. And if you see the speeches, I think there is some kind of guilt feeling he still has over the quitting of BJP, and he is not speaking anything against the BJP except on his on his personal level, saying that I was betrayed by the top BJP leadership. And Amit Shah himself yesterday said that Shettar will definitely not win his own election, and in Hubli, Dharwad, and in Kittur Karnataka region, the people of this region have voted only for the party and not for any particular individual. He also went on to reiterate that whatever the Bommai government has given the reservation, it will be implemented. I think this statement has given a huge boost for the BJP cadre, while Congress have been pointing fingers at the ruling party and their intentions when the reservations were announced. Varghese, I'll just take back you to the Bhaskar sir, what he mentioned about the 2018 fiasco when Siddaramaiah openly supported this separate Lingayat region row. I think that time there was not much of anti-incumbency compared to the current ruling government. I think that time Congress unnecessarily went into this huge gamble, and it fared badly. It completely lost its credibility, and whatever they were trying to get the foothold of Lingayat community backing, it was again taken back, so that the whole community is yet to come over it. And during that time, when a statement like such comes in, it will be a more setback for it. And one more thing to add here is when DK Shivkumar assumed the office of Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, he openly sought apology at least 3 times, that is in 2020 and 2021, causing further embarrassment to the Siddaramaiah and his followers. I think after that, last year there was a gag order from the Congress, if I remember, saying that no leader should, rake up any caste issue unnecessarily, and that has to be done only at the senior most leaders. That is Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar. But when Siddaramaiah makes such a statement, I think that such gag order holds of no use.
Well, that is quite interesting, because again this all goes back to that 2018 attempt on trying to divide the community. So the community does feel that it is under some kind of a siege, Brijesh, as in fact Mahesh Chinnas was also saying that though there was not much of an anti-incumbency, they tried to go for this big gamble with the Lingayat community. Why is it that the Lingayats are being wooed by all these parties? Lingayats are also being, I won't say the word attack, but there's some kind of social engineering that they're trying to do with this thing. Is it because Lingayats have for over the decades been a very good votary or an electorate for the BJP, and most of the other parties feel that unless that is broken, there is no chance that you can have a permanent presence in Karnataka. You would still be going on this, kind of 5-year again. So is that the reason that the Lingayat community holds a lot of sway when it comes to the seats as well as the kind of influence they have?
Well, yes, they do, and this is the reason why the Congress party this time also tried their level best to ensure that they are able to woo the Lingayat community. But till now, when you have somebody like B.S. Yediyurappa sitting at the top, who is the tallest Lingayat leader you have, chances of Lingayat vote bank breaking or shifting to other parties does not arise. I mean, it's not like 100% Lingayats vote for the BJP, but a vast majority does. And, when you see your representation right at the top, and when you know that your guy is the tallest leader as far as the BJP Karnataka is concerned, there's a sense of comfort also there, because you realize that through him you are also able to exercise and expand your influence and exercise that influence to your own benefit. Now post Yediyurappa's exit, they're not that comfortable. And I would say that, you know, post Jagdish Shettar exit also, because, right now, Yedurappa may say whatever he wants to, but a week before, just a day before Jagdish Shettar's exit, Yedurappa said that I have spoken to the top leadership and 99% he's going to get the ticket. So this was also seen, people are not fooled. They also listen to you, they also understand that, what exactly is your standing within the party. Are you able to command the same kind of influence and, or carry the same kind of heft as you had before? And then the situation or the scenario starts unfolding. I know then the thought also comes that, maybe this time if we may try Congress, a section might think that, may try Congress, and who knows, they might also give us the same kind of heft, because our man is not getting the kind of heft which we had imagined. And, Basavaraj Bommai, maybe Lingayat, is not that kind of tall leader or doesn't exercise that kind of heft, which Yedurappa had. So I think this is one of the reasons why there could be second thoughts in a section of Lingayat community.
Well, let's take it to Bhaskar Hegde and give him the final words on this. Bhaskar Hegde, is there a leadership crisis within the Lingayat community that we are seeing, especially for the from the BJP as well as from the Congress? There seems to be looking at a vacuum, because Yedurappa stepping down, maybe a lot of loss of influence. He's not that influential as he has been earlier. There is a sense of lack of leadership within the community finding it at a difficult situation, because they're not having the kind of tall leader and the tall kind of gesture that we had in Yedurappa at that time. So probably the community is feeling that also, that there is a leadership crisis, and that's why they want to explore other options.
I think I have a different point of view here. See, there are two aspects to what Vijay said earlier, to earlier question of yours. Why everyone wants to rule Lingayats? First I'll address this, then I'll come to this point. See, if you see that historically, Lingayats are basically landlords in the large chunk of Karnataka, from Tumkur to Bidar, majority of districts. And to add to that, Lingayats have a very good social understanding and cooperation and understanding with all the small communities in that region. Being a landholding community, if you have a very good rapport, social rapport with all other communities, obviously during election, your words will carry a kind of weightage among all the small communities. This has actually happened in Karnataka all the while. So in the sense, when Lingayats say, please vote for this candidate, so the smaller microscopic minority OBC and SC/ST communities, a large chunk of voters from these communities voted and supported the Lingayats or whoever he said or she said. So this is why Lingayats are very critical in the election scenario in Karnataka, number one. Number two, as far as leadership is concerned, I think Yedurappa has past his prime, and I think it may take some time. Probably they have to find some kind of leader. Probably, I don't know whether Bommai will emerge or Shettar will emerge, but Shettar has been given some kind of chances in the past, but he proved not very, very competent to emerge as a Lingayat leader. But I think Bommai may have, because Bommai has skills and acumen, political acumen also. We don't know, but yes, of course, at the present situation, there is some kind of gap in the leadership.
Right. Thank you, Bhaskar Hegde, for in fact giving your thoughts on that. With that, it's a wrap on this News 9 special. Stay tuned for News 9 programs on the other side.